So we're nominating the Collins Timber Company Lakeview Forester team. We decided to focus more on a very large operation that encompasses quite a few landowners. All the overhead, the coordination, communication that occurred with trying to do this large salvage operation because of the Berry Point fire.
We started in August, August 25th of last year. We had at the peak of it, we had 18 operators, different logging contractors going, 18 sites, one roadside, bringing in about 180 loads a day at the peak of the season.
Whole question of salvage, and then if you follow the stocking standards, you need to reforest. And so I attempted to make it clear to people through letters and a couple different public meetings that this was needing to happen, but I just had this sense that they weren't really hearing me. And so Jess, he took on that task for me out on the ground, and I know Travis and Lee did too at various times when they had questions, but just trying to make sure people understood what the forest practices rules were. And
so we went from a community seeing about 65, 70 loads come to the mill to a community seeing 180 loads coming to the mill. We had one small community, west side, we went through where there was a school. So of course getting operators to be conscientious of the children, and tractors down the road, four-wheelers down the road. And then working with just the general public, both to inform them of what we're doing, when we're doing it, as well as we get calls, hey, we're going to be pushing cows down the road today, kind of watch out. So there was a lot of interaction back and forth, always with the goal in mind that the public knew that we were trying to hurry up and get this timber out while it was salvageable. Worked very tightly with Kelly Carlson, the stewardship forester out of Lakeview. As far as layout, written plans, alternative plans. Fortunately, due to some past experiences with fire, we already had written plans and alternative plans on file, so we were able to use a lot of those. A lot of the private landowners were very respectable as far as what we had to do. As far as the layout, they contacted us, both me and Travis, said this is what I got. Come take a look as soon as you can, and we typically met them in person out on the ground, gave them our ideas, what we think we could do, how fast we could do it, and then tried to move forward the best we could. We were able to salvage all but one, and he understood that, but really working with those folks to get in a timely manner to get that wood out while it was still worth something.
I nominated them because of the extraordinary challenges that were involved with such a large operation, multiple landowners, multiple operators, and just, a large salvage operation is not something you have on a everyday basis. And so it took a lot of coordination, communication, extra effort on their part to pull it all together and make it happen in a timely manner, as well as meeting the rules. So exceeding the forest practices rules is part of what Collins Timber Company does. It's part of their overall management objectives, and so that puts them at a little higher standard, a little higher level. If there's questions or concerns, they'll call me first so we can go out on the ground and have those issues resolved ahead of time, have a plan in place of how we can do that. With the salvage operations, there were a lot of landowners involved that they were working with, a lot of new operators, and so they spent a lot of time working with those landowners or those operators. They worked with the landowners, explaining the rules to them, and they were on the ground monitoring and managing the operations on a day-to-day basis as they went along to make sure everything was meeting the rules.